am on point like nobody's business.
Isn't it about me? Hi, how you doing?
Oh, shut up!
You're really tone deaf.
Who cares about that? Let me get the I'm allowed to cry, and I don't give a to show my feelings.
Baby, I am on point like nobody's business. Yeah?
Really? So's your fucking lip liner. Why didn't you fix it?
Jealous much?
Yes. Tell you. Looks like a monkey's asshole.
Yeah, a monkey's asshole? That you fucking sucked! Okay, that you fucking sucked probably.
What happens when reality TV fame meets real-life consequences? Jennifer Aydin was once known for her glitz, confidence, and unfiltered attitude. But lately, her name has become synonymous with chaos and controversy. From her dramatic fights on The Real Housewives of New Jersey to her viral public rants, Jennifer's journey from fan favorite to public target has been nothing short of explosive. She's loud, she's bold, and she's unapologetic. But has her attitude finally caught up with her? Today, we're diving deep into the shady side of Jennifer Aydin. The fights, the feuds, the backlash, and the fallout. We'll uncover how her on-screen drama spilled into real life, and why fans and fellow housewives are turning against her. By the end of this video, you'll know every major controversy she's been involved in, how it affected her image and career, and what her story reveals about the dark side of reality TV fame. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's rewind to where it all began. The moment Jennifer Aydin went from reality star to reality scandal. It all started when Jennifer Aydin first joined The Real Housewives of New Jersey back in season 9. From the moment she appeared on screen, fans knew she wasn't there to play it safe. Jennifer came in strong, loud, opinionated, and ready to defend herself against anyone who crossed her. Her luxury lifestyle, over-the-top personality, and sharp tongue made her instantly memorable. But it didn't take long for that same energy to turn controversial. Early on, Jennifer clashed with her castmates, especially Melissa Gorga and Margaret Josephs. What started as simple disagreements quickly escalated into heated shouting matches and dramatic confrontations that became some of the show's most talked about moments. In one infamous dinner scene, she even threw a plate in anger, a move that shocked fans and cemented her reputation as the show's ultimate firecracker. But behind the laughter and the memes, viewers started to notice a pattern. Jennifer wasn't just arguing for entertainment, she was taking things personally, and her temper often crossed the line from sassy to mean-spirited. Every season seemed to bring a new feud, and every feud left her image just a little more damaged. And while on-screen drama is part of what makes RHONJ so addictive, Jennifer's behavior started spilling off the screen. And that's when things really began to unravel. In the world of reality TV, most drama stays on camera, but Jennifer Aydin took hers to social media, and that's when everything started spiraling out of control. It was early 2025 when Jennifer's name began trending for all the wrong reasons. A video surfaced of her at a Jersey Mike's restaurant in an airport, and what viewers saw left many stunned. In the clip, Jennifer could be heard complaining about slow service, mocking an older employee, and even calling another customer a loser. She sounded frustrated, irritated, and completely unaware that the camera was catching a side of her that fans had never seen this clearly before. Within hours, the video went viral. Social media exploded with criticism, calling her entitled, rude, and out of touch. Even longtime fans who had defended her fiery attitude in the past began to turn against her. Comment sections filled up with disappointment, memes, and hashtags demanding accountability. And the backlash didn't stop online. Just days later, Jennifer was quietly dropped from a Housewives-themed cruise event she was supposed to headline. The organizers released a statement saying they wanted to maintain a positive atmosphere for fans, a clear message that her behavior had gone too far. For Jennifer, this was the moment her on-screen drama became a real-world crisis. The funny, outspoken housewife persona had collided with public reality. And for the first time, people weren't laughing. But if you think that humbled her, think again. Because what happened next only fueled her reputation even more. The feuds, the fights, and the fallout inside the Real Housewives circle that threatened to end her run on the show entirely. As the backlash from the Jersey Mike's scandal simmered online, Jennifer's troubles didn't stop there. In fact, they only intensified once the cameras started rolling again. Her relationships with the other housewives were already rocky, but after that viral moment, tensions behind the scenes reached a boiling point. Jennifer had built her brand on being outspoken and fearless, but now every move she made felt like an explosion waiting to happen. Her feud with Danielle Cabral turned physical during season 14. What started as a heated argument over loyalty and gossip ended with Jennifer shoving Danielle, who retaliated by throwing a drink. The altercation was so serious that Bravo reportedly suspended both women from filming. For fans, it was another shocking chapter in Jennifer's long list of meltdowns. For producers, it was a headache they could no longer ignore. Reality TV thrives on drama, but when that drama becomes uncontrollable, it threatens the entire production. Rumors started circulating that Bravo was considering cutting Jennifer from the show, not because she wasn't entertaining, but because she had become unpredictable. Off camera, the tension only grew worse. Some castmates allegedly refused to film scenes with her, while others used interviews to call out her behavior publicly. Melissa Gorga reportedly told friends that Jennifer had crossed too many lines, and Margaret Josephs hinted that she was tired of toxic energy on set. Jennifer, of course, denied most of it. She claimed she was being targeted and edited unfairly, that producers wanted to paint her as the villain for ratings. But by this point, her reputation had already shifted. The confident, glamorous housewife who once owned every argument was now being seen as the problem, the castmate everyone loved to hate. And when a reality star loses the support of both fans and cast, there's only one thing left to crumble: the brand. But what most people didn't see was how the fallout from Jennifer's on-screen chaos started seeping into her real life, her finances, her marriage, and her carefully crafted image. Behind the scenes, Jennifer Aydin's life wasn't as picture-perfect as it looked on Bravo. While she flaunted her mansion, designer outfits, and lavish parties, cracks were beginning to show beneath the surface. And as her public image took a hit, whispers about her private life started spreading fast. Some true, some exaggerated, but all damaging to her brand. Money became one of the biggest talking points. Fans started questioning how Jennifer and her husband, Bill Aydin, a successful plastic surgeon, could maintain such a high-end lifestyle while facing constant controversies. Rumors began swirling that the couple had lent large sums of money to other castmates or even faced their own financial pressures. Nothing was ever confirmed, but in the world of reality TV, perception can be just as powerful as truth. Then came the resurfacing of an old wound: Bill's affair. Jennifer had first revealed it a few seasons earlier, admitting that her husband cheated on her years ago while she was pregnant. Back then, viewers sympathized with her vulnerability. But as time passed and her behavior grew more abrasive, some fans started accusing her of using that story for pity points. Others saw it as the emotional root of her defensive, combative personality. And just when it seemed she couldn't attract more criticism, Jennifer's own words online reignited controversy. She was accused of body shaming and insulting people on social media, behavior that directly contradicted the loyal wife and mom image she tried to portray on TV. Each incident chipped away at her credibility, making it harder for fans to tell which version of Jennifer Aydin was real: the devoted family woman or the unapologetic reality star who thrived on chaos. Eventually, Jennifer tried to pull back. She went quiet on social media for a while, posting only carefully curated family content. But by then, the damage was done. Every post, every caption, every word she spoke was dissected and judged. Even her silence became a talking point. People wondered if Bravo had warned her, if her PR team told her to stay quiet, or if she was finally realizing the cost of her own behavior. Jennifer's brand was built on being outspoken. But now, her silence was louder than ever, and while fans debated whether she was misunderstood or manipulative, one thing became clear: the Jennifer Aydin they once knew was gone, replaced by a version who couldn't escape her own headlines. But there's still one final chapter in this story, because what happened next would decide her future in reality TV and reveal whether she could ever recover from her own chaos. With the internet turning against her, castmates distancing themselves, and her credibility cracking under pressure, Jennifer Aydin faced a moment that every reality star fears: a potential fall from fame. But instead of stepping back and reflecting, Jennifer tried to double down, and it may have been her biggest mistake yet. As more controversies piled up, Bravo fans began asking a harsh question: is Jennifer Aydin worth the drama anymore? For years, her fiery attitude made her a standout, but now viewers weren't laughing with her, they were laughing at her. The Jersey Mike's scandal was still fresh when Jennifer returned to filming. Producers reportedly pushed her to address the drama on camera. After all, chaos equals ratings. But the conversations didn't go the way she expected. Instead of sympathy, she faced pushback. Her co-stars challenged her behavior, pointing out the pattern she refused to acknowledge. Some fans thought this was her chance to turn things around. Apologize, show growth, give people a reason to root for her again. But Jennifer didn't budge. She doubled down on being the unapologetic housewife, blaming editing, calling out haters, and insisting she was being targeted unfairly. And that's when everything shifted. Instead of seeing her as a bold woman who stands her ground, audiences increasingly saw her as someone who never takes responsibility. Her signature confidence now looked like stubborn denial. Her unfiltered personality now looked like carelessness. Bravo insiders reportedly began questioning her storyline value. If the audience isn't entertained, just exhausted, why keep her? The threat of being demoted or even cut from RH&J hovered over her like a storm cloud. Meanwhile, tabloids and social media accounts dissected every rumor they could find. Failed friendships, financial strain, jealousy, insecurity, desperation to stay relevant. Even when some stories were exaggerated or flat out false, the negative narrative stuck. Jennifer's public image, once bold and flashy, had flipped into something darker, a warning of what happens when the villain role takes over your real life. But here's the twist. There's still one more side to Jennifer's story, because if there's anything we've learned from the Real Housewives universe, it's that the downfall is never the end. Sometimes the most shocking plot twist is the comeback. So the final question remains, is Jennifer Aydin ready to own her mistakes and rebuild her empire? Or is the shady side of Jennifer Aydin here to stay? And only time and Bravo will tell. Every great Real Housewives storyline has one thing in common: the redemption arc, the moment when the villain shows vulnerability, owns their mistakes, and reminds everyone that under all the glam and gossip, they're human too. For Jennifer Aydin, that opportunity might still be on the table, if she's willing to take it. After years of being called toxic, two-faced, and over the top, Jennifer started dropping hints that maybe, just maybe, she was ready to change. Fans noticed subtle shifts on social media, fewer shady posts, more family content, and captions that sounded softer. In interviews, she began opening up about her struggles with mental health, admitting that the constant backlash, especially online, had taken a toll. "People forget we're human," she said in one candid moment. "You can only take so much before you start questioning yourself." That moment resonated with fans who had previously turned on her. For the first time in years, Jennifer showed cracks in her glossy exterior, and people liked it. But the path to redemption isn't simple, especially in the Bravo universe. For one, her castmates don't easily forgive. Years of feuds, shade, and personal attacks can't be wiped away with a single apology. Some still don't trust her, suspecting that every emotional confession might be a calculated move for sympathy. Then there's the audience. Once fans label you as the villain, it's nearly impossible to change that perception. You have to work twice as hard. Not just to win them back, but to prove that you're not the same person they loved to hate. Jennifer's challenge now is balancing authenticity with entertainment. The fans who criticize her are the same ones who watch for her drama. If she goes too soft, she risks becoming forgettable. But if she leans back into the chaos, she confirms the shady reputation that nearly ended her career. Still, there are signs she's learning to play the game smarter. She's focusing on her family, especially her kids, and showing that side more often. She's highlighting her husband's career success, attending charity events, and making fewer headlines for scandals. She's even teased that she wants to explore business ventures outside of the show, like launching a lifestyle brand or writing a book about fame and resilience. Could this be the new Jennifer Aydin, a woman who's finally taking control of her own narrative instead of letting Bravo producers or tabloid blogs write it for her? If she plays her cards right, Jennifer's story could shift from the shady housewife who burned bridges to the woman who rebuilt herself after reality TV nearly destroyed her. But that requires something we've rarely seen from her: humility. A genuine moment of reflection, a willingness to admit that she went too far, said too much, and hurt people along the way. If she finds that balance, Jennifer Aydin might just pull off one of the most unexpected redemption arcs in Real Housewives history. Because in the end, every villain has two choices: fade into scandal or rise from it stronger. And maybe, just maybe, Jennifer is ready to rise. Jennifer Aydin's story on The Real Housewives of New Jersey is more than just a highlight reel of drama. It's a mirror reflecting the cost of fame in the reality TV era. From her lavish lifestyle to her explosive temper, Jennifer has lived her life in the public eye, unapologetically bold and brutally honest. She's been loved, hated, mocked, and defended, but never ignored. Her legacy lies in her ability to dominate the screen. Every fight, every confession, every sarcastic one-liner made her unforgettable. She wasn't afraid to show her flaws or her pain, and that's what kept fans talking. But with that spotlight came consequences. Friendships burned, reputations bruised, and moments she couldn't take back. Yet, through every scandal and social media storm, Jennifer remained standing. That resilience, the refusal to disappear when the world turns against you, might be her most defining trait. Whether you see her as the villain or the misunderstood truth teller, she's played her part with fierce authenticity. In many ways, Jennifer Aydin embodies the paradox of reality TV fame. She's both a product and a victim of the drama machine, someone who feeds it, fuels it, and occasionally gets crushed by it. But one thing's certain, Jennifer changed the game. She reminded everyone that behind the designer gowns and edited storylines are real emotions, real struggles, and real consequences. So when people look back at RHO&J years from now, Jennifer's name will stand out. Not because she was perfect, but because she was real. And in a world built on illusion, that might just be her most powerful legacy.